Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Two Drunk Guys Watch. My name is Rory MacLeod. I'm your host, and with me for this episode is Jesse Edmond. Say hi, Jesse.
Hi, Jesse.
You've learned that from my other hosts, haven't you?
That's a classic right there.
All right, and Jesse, what are you drinking?
I am drinking. So I have some Drambuie that I'm kind of, using to sip here and there. But mostly I'm drinking Golden Road Brewing a melon cart, and then I've got a couple of mango cart. These are like very summery beers.
Okay.
Yeah. So beer is not usually my thing, but my wife and I are trying to have a baby, and she's got a lot of beer left. So.
And you got to get drunk for that? All right, so I think I may have too much alcohol for this, but okay. I wanted to finish off this whiskey that I have. So for my birthday, a buddy got me this Middle West bourbon whiskey, and I've got about, I'm going to measure here, 3 fingers of it in a tumbler glass, so I don't know if that'll put me right out. But and then if for some reason I need backup, I have a Modelo Especial in my Two Drunk Guys Watch branded beer glass. So I'm well armed for this episode. Speaking of that, for this one, we are going to be watching 2 shorts. So we've had a couple of shorts this season. And I think you were on one that we called Shorts-a-Palooza, which had 4 shorts in it.
Yeah.
This one only has 2.
Okay.
The first one is How to Fly the P-47. This is a World War II training film. Should be very exciting. And the second one is a short about LSD.
Okay.
So we'll combine both of those into an exciting melange of entertainment for this episode.
Wonderful.
Now, Jesse, you're not a trained pilot, is that correct?
I am neither a trained pilot nor am I trained in piloting LSD. So.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that we'll be fresh faced for this one because I'm not a pilot nor have I done LSD. So
yeah.
All right. So everyone get your alcoholic beverage of choice, and we'll get started right about now. Now, is this a transformer? What is this thing?
This is
Ideal's Robot Commando is here to help you.
Robot Commando.
Oh.
One-man army. No enemy can
Are those real
destroy
tanks?
He
Yeah,
fights off tanks.
I think this is.
One after another.
I think I had one of these.
I like the purple color. That's a different choice for.
It is a different choice.
He's going to shoot his brain at them. All right. Where do they get all these toys?
Wow.
Where does this kid get all these buildings?
To obey your command.
Yeah, like. Oh, those aren't included.
Oh my! Really? You think that really works? Like it understands left and right?
I feel like if this really worked as well as it says in the commercial, way more people would know about it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like there's 0 chance that worked that way because it wouldn't have been able to understand right and left. So probably what he's saying it and then like hitting a button.
Probably.
Right? Okay.
If you scream at it and push the right direction, it'll go that way.
Yeah.
Hey, it's how to pilot.
Yeah.
Was it P-47?
Right. Yes, so I have information about this plane, which they may or may not mention. So this is about the Republic P-47 Thunderbolt, a World War II-era fighter aircraft produced by the American aerospace company Republic Aviation from 1941 through 1945. So definitely made for the war, probably in response to Pearl Harbor, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
It had 8 50 caliber machine guns, and it could also have some rockets instead of some of the machine guns, I guess.
Interesting.
And there was a bomber version.
Huh.
So apparently it was very effective, and it was used by the Army Air Force, which is what the Air Force was called back then, and some Allied Air Forces. So probably the Brits had these too.
Yeah, I would imagine if it's Allied.
Yeah. I mean, us and the Brits are the only ones that had an Air Force, so.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to be doing? Oh, yeah. Writing stuff down. Dear Mabel.
I don't know why you gave me this haircut.
He has such neat handwriting. Thunderbolt. General Thunderbolt Ross. I'm in love with him. You know who that is, right?
Thunderbolt Ross? Oh, of course. The guy that goes after the Hulk.
That's right.
Played by the late, great William Hurt.
Exactly. And his wife, Betsy Ross.
Yes.
Right? Was that? And she also did Did she do the flag?
It is a different Betsy Ross, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strangely.
Although, who knows? I mean, there's yet to be that Marvel comic where she goes back in time and makes the flag.
Well, as far as we know.
Yeah, like...
I mean, I'm not an expert on the Hulk. There could be an episode or an issue where he does that. Or maybe an episode of... They didn't have them in the TV show, did they? They didn't have the General and the Daughter and stuff, right? Yeah, they
had, like, all new characters.
All nude or new?
A little of both. It was the 70s.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you know that Lou Ferrigno this year is starring in a movie where he plays some monster?
I'm not surprised.
I mean, he's still built. I've seen him. He was in one of the Hulk movies, and he was like a security guard, and he looked pretty beefy. He's
one of those dudes that was all about being healthy too. Like these really super strong guys who are like, now in their 50s and 60s, and are like dying off from hard stuff.
Yeah, you see how much we're commenting on the movie. There's nothing going on.
Because
there are 4 new trainees assigned to your
that's the first dialogue we've seen.
I know. Like 10 minutes in, or how many? Let's see. 5 minutes? Almost 5 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
But that includes the commercial.
Right.
Ballin? Yes, sir. Sure is a big ship. Pretty hot to handle, sir?
What's that supposed to mean?
She's a mighty sweet airplane. Comes in like a rocket.
Nice read.
To me. Oh, she's easier to land than you think. Aren't there a lot of trick gadgets in this plane? Well,
oh yeah,
more than you have in
it's like Inspector Gadget, but it's a plane.
You need for high altitude work.
Inspector Gadget.
It's got the roomiest cockpit of any fighter plane I've ever seen.
I could stretch out and take a nap.
If you just think about what you're doing.
Could use a bigger cup holder. Can't quite get my 40 in there.
About all there is to do up there,
This 40 of Old English.
Yeah.
Like any other airplane.
King Cobra.
You do about the same things you've always done. Of course, she doesn't.
Sitting here tossing back King Cobra while he's flying around.
Very heavy in the air, sir. Sir, how fast will she die?
Is it heavy in the ass, sir?
It did sound like he said that.
Get just a little bit ahead of me. Suppose we go into the pilot's room and we'll be
a little bit ahead.
We're going to go into the pilot's lounge and get hammered.
Maybe you could take off the parachute, sir.
We're inside. I don't
You're
think you're going to need it.
Well, now, if I'm going to help you fellows understand the P-47,
I'm going to have to disrobe completely.
Dish out a lot of facts quickly.
You fellas like gladiator movies?
You
ever seen it? You ever been in Turkish prison? Maybe this is the captain from Airplane as a younger guy.
It could be.
This is part of his backstory. I like it. Captain, was it Stubing?
And you should keep in mind,
or was that the doctor? No, it was Unger or something. Because remember they did the thing
over
with
Unger, yeah.
Oh, Over. It was Captain Over. That's who it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stubing was the doctor. Oh, I think that was Leslie Nielsen.
Around 30,000 feet.
That movie is still alright. Airplane is amazing.
I mean, it must be because it's way more interesting than this.
That's a low bar, Jesse.
Best life insurance you can have.
See, this is a painting.
Yeah. I painted this myself when I was convalescing from my last crash.
I think it deserves some respect from pilots.
Remember in the Airplane when that guy's got he's painting and that guy's got like his leg over his shoulder and he's holding the baby?
Oh yeah.
Remember that? He's like, you take a break? He's like, oh, thanks.
Real armament and speed. You're not going to have any trouble with it because it's got good flying characteristics all the way.
Oh, it flies. Oh, that's good.
As for weight, well, you'll hear
it's like the first thing you want in a plane, I feel.
Yeah, I would think, yeah.
Anytime you've got flying speed. Well, now, let me show you how the P-47 is put together.
We use rivets.
To begin with, this is the biggest
brand new.
single-engine, single-seater in service.
We decided to stop nailing them together.
The wingspan just short of 41 feet.
It wasn't working.
It's a little over 35 feet long.
We used to make them out of wood, but, you know.
High.
We tried having the right folds in cardboard, but the slots never quite lined up right.
No.
And it swings a 4-bladed, 12-foot 2-inch Curtiss prop. Well, let's look at this power plant.
Oh, there it is. Oh, look, I think...
What
that's
is
cool.
happening?
18-cylinder Pratt & Whitney radial engine.
He just pulled it off the wall.
With 9 cylinders in each bank.
Wait, is this the LSD film?
One
I
of the
know.
first things I noticed about this airplane is that it's a smooth flying ship in every way.
Yeah.
So
So
pick up a lot faster
smooth.
than
Oh,
you
yeah.
And your turbo
Smooth
will allow
jazz.
the engine to develop its full 2,000 horsepower at high altitude.
Holy crap. Is that a lot?
You
I
won't
don't
learn
know.
all about
No,
this
it's really not.
Oh, there's the guns I was talking about. See on the wing?
Yeah.
Okay. But it says there's 8. That's only 3. So I'm guessing 3 on each wing and maybe underneath. Like 2 maybe? I don't know.
Horsepower engine.
Maybe there's rear facing.
Right here.
But they all fire at the same time.
Is a switch panel.
They're all linked together.
Yeah.
Switch that gives you positions for automatic or manual control.
The
of the
deadliest
propeller.
plane for both the enemy and the
You've got
ally.
Increase RPM.
Spin, wash,
and decrease
rinse.
RPM positions.
Remember when he was going through on
Yeah.
airplane,
Ordinarily,
and they
you'll
kept
use the
going, like they
automatic
kept
position.
repeating that same
If
panel.
that should ever fail
Oh, yeah.
while you're flying, switch to manual and then increase or decrease RPM. Of course, you want
I do
check
want to
your
put in a
breaker
vote
switch
for
first.
Airplane 2, which is also pretty funny.
I think
Now,
it's
here are
I
your
think
two
it's better.
self-sealing gas
Well,
tanks.
there's no Leslie Nielsen in it. That's a detraction from it. But it has William Shatner in it,
Your
Which is
auxiliary
a big
tank
bonus.
holds 100
and there
gallons.
is a moon base, which is pretty
The
sweet.
plane
Yeah.
has better flying characteristics when this
Yeah,
auxiliary
I think
tank is
it's
empty.
pretty good.
So after takeoff,
You just could never do those movies now.
Oh God,
you switch
no.
to auxiliary. and
I mean,
use this
they're
gas
like
first
so
to put
politically
the plane in
incorrect.
better trim.
Even without that, even just
There's a
trying to
fuel
like,
level warning light
I
on
feel
your
like people
instrument
know
panel
too much about
to tell you when you're
airplanes
down
for
to
that
40
to be
gallons
funny
in your main
anymore.
tank.
Like, for example, this guy who is slowly undressing this airplane in front of these young children.
Ooh.
From that tank is being
Burp,
used.
burp, burp,
If the engine driven
burp.
pump fails,
They should have like a
you
muted
turn your
trombone.
emergency and high altitude rheostat
Like
He's doing
behind
like
him.
to
a
increase
major
the speed
league
of the booster
thing.
pump.
Okay, if we win the
Oh.
war, for every battle we win, I'm taking off a piece.
Well, that depends on your
Bikini
power
or whatever.
and speed.
Yeah,
For absolute
we got to win
Perfect.
the whole damn
You'll use
thing.
anywhere from
That's right.
60 to 120
Give 'em the heater.
gallons an hour. However, at full military power,
You know, it's a movie I haven't
as
seen in a
much
while.
as
It's Major League.
275 to 300
Yeah, it's,
gallons an hour.
I haven't either.
When the
That's
warning
another
light
one I'm
comes
not
on,
sure.
You've got a maximum of 20 minutes.
Maybe I don't know. It's a
I'm
funny
sure it's
movie.
okay. I mean, it's a
Here's your
comedy.
oil tank up here.
You can get away with a lot of stuff in a
Down here are
comedy.
your oil coolers with shutters controlled from the cockpit.
Uh-huh.
This is your main air ramp.
Yeah, don't stand in front of it.
This is your GE turbo.
Ooh,
It's a lot more
GE.
simple
We
than
bring
it
good
looks.
things to life.
The exhaust gas
In these death
come
machines
from the
that we're
engine,
building.
back through these pipes to the turbo.
Oh, that was
Air
dark.
leaves the turbo, comes through the cooling
Must be
system
this
here,
melon.
We bring
tart
good
I'm
things to
drinking.
back through these
death.
pipes
Yeah.
to the carburetor, down
That's
into
what I
the
should have said if I was
compressor
thinking.
to the cylinders.
Oh, well.
This is
Well,
the
it's
guts
GE.
of the
They
system.
bring good things to life and put bad things to death.
Let's
Yes,
take a look at the real
yes.
thing over here.
Ooh, we're going to look at the real thing. A Coke,
This is a cutaway of the turbo.
right?
Yeah, it's got to be
Coke
right.
was the real thing. That was
Up
their
here is
tagline
where
for a
all
while.
Compression takes place. The exhaust gases.
Yes, I was
come in
right. The
here.
RAF had
And spin this bucket
240 of these things. Holy crap.
Wow.
Oh, wait a minute. That was just
Bucket wheel is on the same
240 of
shaft
one
as
type.
the
They had
impeller.
580
It's this impeller
of another kind.
that
Holy
actually
crap, they had a lot of
compresses
them.
the air. The faster the bucket wheel turns,
This
the
here is
faster
a
the
robot I
impeller
call
rotates, and the
Maximilian.
more air is compressed inside the engine.
From Black Hole?
Perfect.
Perfect.
My immediate thought wasn't it doesn't look like Maximilian. I just can't remember the name of the little
Here,
R2 robots
just
from
off
there.
the
Oh, the little
manifolds
guy?
are
Oh, what
waste
was his
gates.
name? I had all those
When these
toys.
gates
All
are
the
Me
Black
too.
Hole toys. Oh, they were
Exhaust gases
amazing.
dump
Oh,
out
the
into
robots
air
were awesome.
instead of being directed back to the
Yeah,
turbo.
because the little guy, his
You
head
take your
popped up and
airplane,
he had little arms
the
that
more
would come
these
out and
gates
stuff.
will move.
And then there was
Right.
like the
Means the
junky
exhaust
version
gas
of
goes
him.
back
Right,
and then
right,
pushes
right.
Talk
out
like
and
an
puts
old
the turbo door
prospect.
to compressing air for the engine. This action is controlled by a supercharger.
Yeah, he sure did.
Hey everybody, check out Black Hole from Disney. This is a
Yes.
fucking Disney movie. It's
Yeah.
true.
It's true. It was during their live action period where they really didn't do a ton of animated stuff, and
Yeah.
they actually put out some decent movies. I mean, Black Hole is very watchable. I watched it with my wife recently because she hadn't seen it, and she liked it.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not as bad as like people sad.
52 inches manifold pressure.
You know, Black Hole and Tron, I think, are under.
Oh yeah, Tron for sure.
Underrated.
For more than 5
Absolutely.
minutes is a very
Vincent
smart
was
idea.
the domain.
There you go,
Got a
Vincent.
hiney on
What
your
was
hand.
the prospector guy's name?
When you throw
Bob.
the switch
Bob.
on top of the
Okay.
throttle
Yeah.
and push both throttle and turbo
Battered earlier
full
model,
forward
his name
past
was
the throttle
Bob.
stop, you'll get more emergency power through the
Biosanitation
water
Battalion.
injection on the
Ooh,
P47,
sure.
D5s,
These,
and subsequent models.
All right, I'll stop looking at the Black Hole wiki.
With gas, and you'll really go
Again, more interesting than this
Water injection
movie.
is available for only 11 minutes continuous use.
And
you've
then
gotta
you
use
go
it
into a death
moderately,
spiral.
Just like your ammunition. It sounds screwy.
Act now while
but
supplies
when you
last.
need that extra power,
Sounds
water
screwy.
injection
Meet
will
you in
give it
St.
to you.
Louis. I'm Bugs Bunny.
Now let me caution you about something.
Uh-oh,
Whoa.
I have to read now. While you are using the turbo... Oh my god, there should be retarded? Excuse
When you're
me?
using them individually,
We call that developmentally disabled.
Yeah, ooh boy.
and then the throttle.
When you are using them individually, always retard the turbo first. I always
Landing
do.
gear and flaps are operated hydraulically.
They used the no word.
I'll show you the controls when we get to the
Multiple
cockpit.
times in there.
Multiple.
As for armor,
This was 1941, so I
Yeah,
think they
that's
were
true.
okay with it back then. Plus, I think they mean slow,
and
not...
your engine also gives you
Yeah.
protection from the
But I don't know.
I guess I should be glad that there's
Back
just
up
not
here.
like random
You've got
racial
steel
slurs in
plate
here.
about here.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see any non-white people in this.
No, I'm
As for
sure.
firepower,
Anywhere near
you've
this
got
movie.
8 caliber machine guns.
Well, they weren't allowed to fly planes, so I don't know why they'd be in this.
One of the soldiers is a
There's a
secret
trigger on the stick
Mexican.
that fires
Which
the
one?
Ooh. Well, one of them's name is Lopez. I think it's him.
All the guns charged,
But
sir.
we're very stupid, so maybe we're doing it. So, the Brazilian Air Force apparently was involved in World War II, which I had no idea, and they had a bunch of these.
Really?
Yeah, they had, and the hilarious, their Air Force was called Grupo de Caca de Force Area Brasileira.
Whoa.
I'm sure I'm not pronouncing that right, but
And the rest of you might be looking through the poop
I guess I appreciate the fact that they have caca in the name.
public cockpit.
I 100% agree with that. Oh, I also noticed that the Peruvian Air Force had them.
Really?
Just trying to point that out. Yeah,
I think you're making that up.
it was. This is two drunk guys check Wikipedia while a movie's.
While the boring ass movie drones on. Boy, I sure hope the LSD movie is more entertaining than this. I think it has to
I
be.
think there's
These flaps
only
are
one
not
way to
down
go.
keep them from getting walked on.
Stop looking at my butt.
Uh,
I'm already halfway through my Modelo. Holy shit.
this is the least interesting movie about planes since the second Iron Eagle.
Yeah. Or that, wasn't there a Planes animated movie that was based on that Cars?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's probably about as interesting as
On the
this.
trim box, you've got your elevator crank here.
Iron Eagle 2? What about Iron Eagle 3?
Nearest the rudder
was
is
there an
for
Iron
the
Eagle
rudder.
3?
Sure. I mean, Luke Gossett Jr. had a boat to pay off.
Yeah, probably.
Also down on your left,
Lou
you've got this
Gossett
emergency
Jr.
hydraulic
Still
hand
alive?
pump for use if the engine
I think so.
pump fails.
Baby.
All right.
I don't know. It's
And,
the last
here,
few years. It's hard to say.
Your gun heat
Yeah, I
control
know.
I'm not sure if I'm still alive.
For your flaps.
Dude, people are dropping like flies.
Yeah, it's
And the flaps are
it's harsh.
You pull back. to
Especially
lower them.
people that, like,
You can stop your flaps in any
when I was
position by
younger, they were
putting
like the
control in
people that you
neutral.
looked up to, and now they're dead.
Now then,
And you're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, I'm
Gear.
getting old.
To raise
Right.
the gear, you flip this
Like the
safety
late
lock,
great William Hurt, who portrayed
Yes, we mentioned
Thunderbolt
earlier.
Ross.
this button and raise
Yes,
the
but
handle.
Ray
Let it
Liotta,
go
right?
all the way
Oh,
up.
Ray Liotta just
Lower
happened.
the gear,
I
boost
know.
the handle all
And
the way
then
down.
Andy Fletcher from Depeche Mode just died
Yeah.
too. That was real sad.
Yep. That's I don't know.
I did a karaoke tribute to him last night.
Oh really?
Yep.
What'd you sing?
Wide landing gear.
I sang Home by Depeche Mode.
And that's
Oh,
a big
nice.
plus for pilots.
I just wanted to make sure
Up
you didn't
here
sing
are
Personal
your
Jesus
indicators
because
for
you know.
oil.
No, I don't do like the real popular ones usually. I try to do more obscure stuff.
They're electrically operated.
That's just
from the
low
foot
hanging
pedal.
fruit.
Yeah, exactly. I couldn't like People Are People or Personal Jesus or Just Can't Get Enough for one of those, but those are lame. I mean, they're not
Yeah,
licensed,
Sure
they're
it's
lame,
off
but
when you're landing.
I
They're
don't
great
know. They're not
songs.
very,
It's just yeah.
they're not very challenging vocally, and yeah, I don't like repetitive stuff either. So some of those songs just don't do it for me.
When you're starting
Speaking
the
of vocally
engine, you'll keep the
challenging,
mixture control in idle
I don't know. I wanted to
until
say
the
that
engine
and
is
then like
fired.
relate it to this movie, but I
On
just
your
don't.
switch panel,
I neither
there's
care
your
nor
generator
know
switch.
what's happening.
Well, This isn't really like a dramatic film. Like, there's no stakes or anything. They're just looking at a plane.
That's true.
There's no, like, plot points or anything. Like, I thought they maybe would be going up in the plane and there'd be some kind of danger. Woo! But
Could you imagine if the new... I haven't seen it. I know it's out. But if the new Top Gun is just them explaining how all the things on the plane work.
Yeah, but then they have random shots of Tom Cruise playing volleyball.
Yeah. But he's explaining the game of volleyball to them.
Yes, he's relating it to flying.
Yeah.
When you spike the volleyball, it's like when you, I don't know, strafe the enemy. I don't know. Sure.
You've got standard instruments on your panel.
Yeah, we decided to put the standard ones in for you because you're
Engine
done.
operating dials are on the right.
You have the remedial
Notice that the
instruments.
speed limit on this
Remedial.
airplane is redlined at 500.
This is his third time through the course. He's like,
Here's your fuel level warning light.
Bob, we got to get you to
Remember
stop
that when it
crashing
comes
these,
on,
so we're gonna
you've got a
we're gonna
maximum
put
of
the
20
easy
minutes
instruments in
left to
yours.
find a place to sit
These
this
are the
baby
Fisher
down.
Price instruments.
And this is the light to
Fisher
your
Price,
turbo,
my first
which you
instrument
don't have to
panel.
worry about
Hey,
for a
I think
while.
Bob's plane is going to need some
Which
wings.
works like
It doesn't.
this.
We're fine.
At
Just
turbo
let him do it.
speeds around
We also took the
1500
engine out.
RPM,
Yeah.
This light flickers. That
I
tells you
love,
the light
we
is
just
in
put a
working order.
Fisher Price
Then
instrument
it
panel.
goes off until
Like all
the
plastic and
reaches
stuff.
about 18,000
All the corners are
RPM,
rounded off for
Yeah.
safety.
and then it starts to flicker again.
Ooh.
He hits a button.
Gets up to 18,250
It's like a
RPM. The light comes
speaking
on
spell, is that
steady
what that
and
is?
stays on
That's where the
steady
cow goes.
until
That's
you
right,
reduce
Bob.
turbo
That's where the
speed
cow
below
goes.
critical.
And the plane goes.
The idea in high altitude flight is to fly with this light flickering.
Yeah, if the light's flashing, it means you're supposed to turn
Of course,
left.
you won't have to pay any attention to that until you get into altitude work.
And
Now,
forget
the
that.
instruments on your panel are pretty much standard,
We gave you
Your
3
criticals are shown
parachutes
in
just in case.
and you're okay so long as you're in the green.
Also, I left my
You've got your checklist.
my
against
my
which you
parachute
can double
for no
check your
reason
limit.
in the lunchroom.
Here
Yes.
is your parking brake.
Parking brake. Remember to turn that off if you're valet parking your
And
jet.
here
That's
are
true.
your
Yeah,
oxygen
make-
controls.
Oh, we're up in the plane.
Something. Oh wow!
All right.
All right, we're in the sky, everybody.
Before you start going on altitude,
I wonder if those are stealth
the
fighters.
oxygen officer
We're in the
will
sky,
give you
and
the
it is
details on your
only-
oxygen equipment.
Let's see, how far into this movie are we at?
Well, this one, well, we're 20 minutes into the whole thing, so we're probably
All right.
about 15, 16 minutes, because that,
You've got
that
plenty
commercial
to
was kind of
show when
long.
you're receiving
That's true.
oxygen with this demand type system.
So I mean,
Here's
you
a
know,
supply warning light.
We're
and
good
there's
there.
your supply
15
gauge.
minutes in, it only feels
When
like
the time
like twice
comes, you'll
that.
get all the facts, so you'll always know how to use your equipment.
All right. We did it. Should I put my goggles on? No? Okay.
Nah, you'll be fine.
Over
Hey,
here is your
look, people
cow
from
control.
Peru.
Yeah,
Open
there they
for
are.
starting.
There's the Caca de Brasilio. There they are. It's like CA, and then there's a C with a thing
got
on the
some
bottom.
radio
So I don't know. It's
equipment
probably
over here.
Casa
It's simple
or I
enough,
don't
but
know.
you'll get the details
I think
from your
that's
radio
pronounced
operator.
chocolate.
Oh,
Here's your tail wheel
sure.
lock.
Cocoa or
With the handle
cacao.
back,
Or
the tail
cocaine. I
wheel
can't
is
remember.
unlocked
It's one of
for
those.
What's the
taxiing.
difference between cocoa and cacao?
Pushed all the way forward.
One of them
it's
is
locked for
actually
takeoff and
cocaine.
landing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
That's
I think
your
we're gonna
flight
find out
equalizer.
right now because this movie
To
is
check
so
for equal
exciting.
pressure, notice this rod. It should stick out 3/8 of an
Notice
inch.
this rod in my pants.
You can make this check only when the engine is running. Now then, your canopy will slide forward.
Here we
when you
go.
press
We're
that
gonna find
release
out.
latch. Go ahead. try it.
Cacao is the raw, unprocessed version of cocoa. There
When
we
you got
go.
it closed,
Oh.
take your finger
For
and
some reason,
feel
found
right
on
under here
WebMD.
for this nubbin.
I
Well-
don't know
You
why.
can feel it. He's locked all right.
That's a very odd
Right.
I'm thinking of
If you want to
coca.
get the cap, you pull that
Maybe.
ring.
Coca.
and
Oh,
press the
yeah, the
canopy
coca
release
leaf.
At the same
Yeah.
time.
Well, yeah, that's definitely
And
where they get
wind
cocaine
pressure forces the
from.
canopy
Yeah.
back. Now then, if
That's
your
where
canopy
you
ever
get
gets
cocaine
jammed on the
from.
ground,
Well, if you want to hang out, you got to
you've got
take her out.
these levers on
Cocaine.
each
Right.
side.
Yeah.
When you push them up,
She don't
the
lie.
glass panels fall
The
out.
cocaine alkaloid content of dry, oh god, erythrooxylum. Coca. That's the scientific name for it.
Oh, don't let that
Interesting.
bother you. These are all
I
circuit
think
breakers
that,
in here.
um,
Pop-out fuses.
The natives of
These are
wherever
your
this
light
grows
switches.
used to
They're all
chew on
labeled. You
coca
can study
leaves.
them.
Oh yeah, it's like Peru.
This is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
ammeter.
Yeah. If you go there, you can get them
And
when you're
here's the
going
gun
into like
sight
high
light
altitudes.
rheostat.
and it like they just sell them because
You can really go to a high altitude.
well, but that's the thing. Like for them, it's just like a thing they use. They don't.
But you're
like,
going to a high altitude, and you're also going to a high altitude.
I mean, you know.
So remember, when you've got this 47 up
Listen,
in the
if you
air,
want to go to a high
it's too
altitude
late
and clean
to
up
start
somebody's
thinking about
living
what you're
room,
going to do.
cocaine.
Play around
Oh,
with the
the
cockpit
audio got
painter
out
in
of
the
sync
pilot
there.
room.
All right, here we
It isn't
go.
meant to be a substitute for the real thing. It's
Oh,
a training
no.
device that'll help you learn the
This looks just
cockpit
like
in
it.
your spare time.
Is that an advent calendar?
The pilot's advent calendar.
I wonder if there's a chocolate one.
Yeah, they should have little chocolates in there for them.
It's the 3rd of December.
You've got one request. He should have a cigarette dangling out of his mouth.
I've been flying with a blindfold for 25 years.
All right, Daredevil, we're not going to let you fly this plane.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da-da. Matt Murdock takes to the skies. Did I tell you to start collecting these 3 3/4-inch Marvel figures?
I saw that.
Yeah, they're
you
very
did.
cool. They're the same scale as G.I. Joes. So
Yeah.
I can have them interact, which is hilarious.
There's a bunch of ones that have some really great articulation too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's 6-inch, I think. Oh,
No,
that's the end of our-
there's 3 3/4.
Oh, are they? Yeah, I mean, they have more than G.I. Joes do, but because they're
Yeah.
modern. All right. Jam Handy.
Jam.
You can read the blurry, it says like Jam Handy picture. They made a lot of shorts in like the 50s and 60s.
Oh, okay.
All right. Here we go.
Flight leader to
See, here's some
ideal
jets.
fighter jet, clear for takeoff.
You should get that, Jesse.
I feel like
Now that is a pretty sweet toy. I'm thinking it was like really expensive.
Red warning light will tell you when you're off course.
Look at this thing.
By radar.
yeah, this is
Enemy plane coming in at
pretty
2 o'clock.
intense.
Yeah. It actually fires too.
Range. Set your rangefinder. Get set to use rockets.
It has a real rocket in it. Oh, it does. Look at that.
It does have a real rocket.
Flying in Ideal's
That's amazing.
jet is like flying a real
Oh, it's
jet
from
fighter.
Ideal. Yeah, that was a big toy company back then.
Oh yeah, Ideal had a ton of
You
great stuff.
control 6 moving targets via 4 rocket
I think they
guns.
were still around in the 80s, I
Ideal's
want to
fighter
say.
jet,
Oh, it's only 20
wherever
bucks.
toys are sold.
Oh, that ain't bad. Oh, and the helmet's $3 more.
See, that's how they get you. It's the DLC content.
I polished off my Modelo, so now I'm moving on to the hard stuff.
All right.
What do you say, Mumbles?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was up on it.
No, I was flying high as a kite. This is already better than the other short.
I'm way into this now.
Some kind of drug deal and stuff? Man, something's happening in this one.
Fun.
You are looking at a traveler who just bought a ticket for a very special kind of a trip.
I bet he did.
And his mind, over which he will very shortly have...
Look at that Volkswagen Bug. Do we have to do a bug slug? What's it called when you hit the person in the shoulder?
Yeah, the
slug bug?
And he's just about ready
a
to
punch
go.
bug.
I don't know. Is that Leonardo
I think we call it a
DiCaprio?
punch bug.
But he'll travel so
It does
far
kind of
that
look
he may
like
get
Leo.
lost.
Yeah,
Never
with the
come
beard.
back.
Yeah.
All right, I'm taking all of them. Boom.
Transportation at the fantastic and frightening territory of inner space.
Off he
Courtesy of
goes.
the most
Whee!
powerful mind-altering drug ever discovered.
Uh-huh.
By the CIA.
Unknown.
Yeah, exactly.
Courtesy of LSD-25.
So
Ooh.
I know I said earlier I wasn't an LSD pilot.
Yeah.
I have done it though. And
You're
it
not
is
a pilot. Were you a
messy.
passenger?
I was something. It was not good.
Now, did you do LSD 25?
I don't know if I did. I don't know. I wasn't.
Oh my God.
It wasn't like a collect them all type thing. So I wasn't
I
sure
wasn't
what
told
issue
that there
I
would be
had.
chemistry homework. Oh my gosh. What's N? Nitrogen?
I think LSD stands for deoxyribonucleic acid.
Yes, yes, yes. I feel fine. I don't notice anything. What's that purple thing behind me?
Yeah.
Is Grimace in here with me? Dude, I saw a Grimace doll at a toy show last weekend.
Did you really?
I almost bought it, but I was like, eh.
I mean, yeah. Like, what are you gonna do with a grimace?
What
But
do I do
also,
with
like,
this?
it's a grimace.
What will I do with the rest of this crap I have?
Yeah.
I take pictures of them.
I know that if you found a 3 3/4 inch Grimace, you would buy it though.
Oh, absolutely. No, and I did see. Oh, this is getting pretty freaky here. I did see some cool stuff, but they were in packages, and I hate to do that because I have to open them to like do stuff with the toys, you know.
Yeah,
So like, I don't like to buy stuff that's because they charge you more if it's in the package too.
they do. If I can find a good deal on something that's in a package, I'll usually open it just in front of them so that they get upset.
Well, like I buy new stuff in packages because I don't care about opening those.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. He's been there and he's seen some things. Woo! Acid. Here we go. Acid indigestion. All right. Dude, you have a pair of glasses like that, don't you?
I wish I did.
Isn't that what you have to wear when you do the LSD?
It may. If I had, I might have gone a lot better. I'll tell you as we go through this, my story. We had watched the movie Aliens. This was my first time seeing it.
Okay.
And then we went up to my cousin's room and tried it out.
But you didn't watch the movie on acid, I hope.
No.
Oh my god, because that would have been probably really weird.
Still wasn't great though.
Okay.
Still messed me up.
Uh-oh, he's doing LSD, isn't he?
For life, their brains are wrecked.
Yeah.
They're going to institutions. They're slow for the rest of their life. I've read some.
And then they do LSD.
Falling out of trees and painting themselves green and yellow. And,
Yeah, just like Packer fans, I know.
they're taking it in sugar cubes. It's being dropped.
They're taking it up the
My friend, I know nothing about it. Only what I read in the paper, what I see on television.
what I read in the National Enquirer.
We've got to do something about this, don't you think?
Yeah, you tell them, Mabel. Here comes the parade.
I just want to point out that guy who was like, I don't know nothing about it. He did not move his mouth at all. He's like accidentally the
It was
greatest.
telepathic.
Oh, cool.
They recorded his telepathic signals and put it into the movie. Because it's a movie about LSD, so they can do that.
They can do all sorts.
The movie itself is on LSD, so, you know.
It's funny because I really thought this would.
It kills 20.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm like I really wanted to think that this is anti-LSD, but
You should get that book, I think.
it makes the people that are on it seem cooler.
Yeah. Well, I have a lot of booze to get through. I don't know if I can do it. Ooh, with the skull. You should get that one.
I mean, if it has
put it
a
on your
skull.
bookshelf.
Yeah.
Make sure it's visible in your Zoom meetings.
A lot of my most ardent supporters.
Look at this guy. Are they
listen.
doing LSD?
Everybody watching, just so you know, this is just playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Right.
That's all. That's
That's
what
the
they're
dungeon
doing
master
right
there
now.
with the eye on his little baldric there.
You don't need LSD to play Dungeons and Dragons.
You don't. In fact, it's probably better if you're not on LSD because
It probably is.
you sort of have to pay attention to what's happening.
If you want to play a game and spend money like you're on drugs, I recommend Warhammer.
Yeah, or magic.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Now that's what I'm picturing you after watching Aliens.
That's not far off.
Yeah, with the mouth full of foam.
So there was an alien like figure in the room, and my friend who I was with threw it at me because I was freaking out a little bit, and I smashed it against the wall and it just shattered.
Oh my god.
And where it hit me, I was imagining acid burning me.
Oh.
Because that was the thing that stuck with me from that movie at that moment.
Yeah. The acid.
And then
you were on
passed.
acid.
I was on acid, and I could feel acid, and then I passed out.
Yep. And you woke up in Mexico in a tub filled with ice.
Yep.
And your kidneys were missing.
Both of them.
Both of them. They just went ahead and took both.
Yeah. That's right. I found the guys, and I not only got mine back, but a few others just in
You
case.
stuffed them back. You stuffed them all back in. I got 5 extra kidneys. It's cool. Those are the hexes from MCU. Do you see them?
Yeah.
Like the Scarlet Witch and stuff.
I think
Marvel should sue.
In fact,
Yeah, this is a very special episode of WandaVision.
I'm telling you right now, any moment now, Mephisto's going to show up.
down the chemical road.
Or the what was the Darkhold?
One of my
The Darkhold. Oh yeah.
500 average doses.
That was the book that said LSD on it. That was the Darkhold.
Oh yeah.
With the
That
skull.
makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll take your soul and lets you see dreams.
Back in 1943,
Yeah.
when he accidentally inhaled a microscopic speck of me.
Ooh.
And then took to his
Excuse
bed.
me?
Is this through the character of LSD?
How can I tell you how really
Yes.
powerful I am?
LSD is speaking to us
The
right
head of a
now.
pin can hold enough of me to send a room full of people out of their minds.
Is that true?
The point of a pin holds plenty for a solo trip.
Uh-huh.
20 doses can be put on.
Yeah, they put it on the stamps.
Yeah.
An eyedropper can contain enough for 10,000.
So we had these like little tiny pieces of
I measured
paper.
in millionths of a
Yeah.
gram called micrograms or gamma.
Ooh, a microgram is a small gram, Jesse.
Laboratory scales like this
What-
can't begin to measure me.
They're measured in teddygrams.
I can be either
That's
liquid or
Teddy
solid, and the black
grams.
market chemists who make me package
They're measured in Teddy
tablets
Ruxpins.
of various sizes.
I'll have one Teddy Ruxpin of acid, please.
Speaking of acid, yeah, like Teddy Ruxpin is a bad acid.
Absolutely. If you imagine yourself as Teddy Ruxpin,
Yeah.
Where I remain
Yeah.
until used.
oh, they put it in the sugar cubes.
When I found out about the sugar cubes, I kind of felt like I got
In the
gypped.
mind.
Because I was like, instead of trying to like eat a piece of paper, I could have had a sugar cube.
Or the band, the sugar cubes.
I wish I could have had the band, the sugar cubes.
Yeah.
And in many ways,
I'm a big fan of the sugar cubes, actually.
I'm sure you are.
Here among the brain's 12 billion cells.
Here's Jesse's brain on
But it's
acid.
one of my most perplexing secrets that no one really
I want to see a
knows
doctor
yet
about
how
that. It
it
looks
works.
pretty bad.
Yeah.
Some have suggested that I
mean, I'm not a neuroscientist, but
prevent it from regulating signals from the
Clearly.
eyes and the ears and the other sense organs.
But you did sleep at a Holiday Inn last night? Is it?
But while there's
ooh,
much
yes,
uncertainty
yeah. You
about
should let me
how
perform
I
brain
live,
surgery on you,
there is no
especially after I've polished off all this booze.
with just a very
It gets rid of the shakes.
inside the body. Colors,
You don't want the shakes, trust me.
the whole range of things that can be seen.
I mean, it depends on the flavor.
Yeah.
Take on incredible
We watched some movie. It was Embryo, where this guy was a geneticist, but for some reason he was doing surgery on people, and he had to drink to calm his nerves.
I couldn't
Huh.
see anything except colors, and I thought, well,
Is that-
you know, this is supposed to be
did
reality.
that go well
but it
for him?
wasn't. It wasn't anything.
Not really.
No.
I'll be honest.
After a while, you don't know who you are, you don't know who
Took
the other
this
person is
fetus
happening, and it's happening
of a
so
girl,
fast,
and it grew into a regular-sized woman in about 3 days, and then he had sex with her.
You just have to.
What the hell?
The most dangerous act can look attractive and easy to
Yes,
accomplish.
you should go watch Embryo. It's
Because I can
amazing.
make those sparkling
Huh.
lights look colorful and inviting.
I mean, it sounds like one of those weird movies that I would end up watching, but
Yes, it's Rock Hudson.
that's hilarious.
Well, he was still in the closet, which was his entire life.
His
I think
entire
he
life,
just-
yeah.
He didn't get outed until he had AIDS, which was obviously towards the end.
A rough
Yeah.
idea of what a few micrograms of you can do.
Ooh.
About the same amount that you saw on the point of the pin.
Uh-huh.
Remember?
Yeah, I do. No, I don't remember.
In spite of
I was on acid.
overwhelming power, I
Oh,
have
there it
yet to
is.
kill anyone from an overdose.
I mean,
They don't think
listen.
I'm physiologically addicting.
I was kind of into the idea that we're talking to LSD right now.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was cool.
Well, I think if they have any sense at all, they're going to have people start freaking out and running around. That'll be the end of this thing.
Yeah.
I hope so,
Your doctor can't prescribe me.
because that would be
Your
hilarious.
druggist can't sell me. And
Druggist.
very few scientists are able or willing to test me, and the pharmaceutical companies won't.
I'm going to drink all of
And
this.
about the only
Yeah.
labs I show up in anymore are the crime labs at police headquarters because I'm so perplexingly powerful.
And as noted before, very heavily the CIA.
Right.
Like it's
And in California, where I'm listed in the Dangerous Drug Act,
the CIA thinks I give people psychic powers.
Yeah, the Dangerous Drug Act.
So very often I wind up here,
There you go.
tagged as evidence along with other.
Yeah, drink. You take all those pills. Yeah.
Dangerous Drug Act would also included marijuana.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, and I was like, what's the danger that you're gonna eat all your snacks?
They have to
Yeah.
identify me to fluoresce under ultraviolet light.
Ooh.
And my unique chemical fingerprints can be identified on the graph of instruments like the spectrophotometer, which can detect as little as 10 micrograms of them.
Uh-huh. Remember, a microgram is a small gram.
But as narcotics officers,
I'm going to level with it. I don't know nearly enough about how I function when compared to LSD. Like, LSD knows way more about how everything about it works than I know about myself.
Well, I mean, being an inanimate object, it has a lot of time to think.
That's fair.
A lot of time for self-examination.
Yeah.
Amateurs.
All right, I'm opening my second beer. I know we're...
Rank amateurs. Yes, you should. You should totally open another beer. Is there a toilet back there?
200 micrograms.
I mean, I guess when you gotta go, right?
I mean, you know, in the right circumstances, everything's a
They
toilet.
put a toilet right out in the middle of the lab. All right. You gotta take a leak, I guess. You're in the middle of a, your Bunsen burner or whatever, right? And I gotta go. You like my giant chin? Oh, it's his beard. Okay. Is that Obi-Wan?
So how do you know what you're getting?
I think it is.
It could be. It's the same beard.
Whether it's good or it's bad. You just have to trust your source.
And then I used the Force Man.
Help me, Obi-Wan. I'm sick of just dope.
Are those like steampunk glasses?
Those are like someone doesn't know how to solder glasses. Those are so poorly made.
Yeah. And this. Here's some drugs. Thanks.
Illegal, of course.
Meet me down at the stop sign.
And sugar cubes that dissolve in your mind as well as your mouth are selling every day.
Ooh, 6-sided dice. Full of drugs. I'm so wasted.
Of me and join the mind-expanding world where
Ooh,
colors and sounds
expanding
and
the mind.
and people all take on new dimensions and new qualities.
Yeah.
I'm the world's original.
I'm going to a new dimension.
Don't do drugs.
For me, man.
Play Dungeons and Dragons instead. It's exactly the same thing.
Don't become Peter Scolari, no matter what you do.
You never know where a
It looked like him.
will take
It did look like Peter Scolari.
Oh, here's Jesse after the Aliens movie. Here we go.
Let me give you an idea. Just
Don't throw that at me.
of what a bomb trip can be like.
Yeah, that's...
Voices, courtesy of those who've been
Oh,
there.
beautiful. Now we're going to have people freaking out. Perfect. Now, come on. We got to be running through the streets and stuff. Oh, we got 10 minutes, so there's time.
Lisa Loeb.
I'm going to write a novel.
You say...
Oh, it was A.D. Brickell? Or no, wait a minute.
Lisa... No, did I say Lisa Loeb?
Lisa Loeb, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yep, there's the alien. There's the alien face right there. A young Jesse Edmond takes drugs.
That's me.
Oh, the audio's not synced up again. It's not my fault.
That's all right. I don't feel like I'm missing anything.
No.
Utterly terrifying, utterly powerful.
Just want to let the audience know I didn't do that. We had one movie, I think it was at the very end of season 1, where the audio got really out of sync. It was a martial arts movie, and like the punching and stuff was like it would happen after they were fighting. It was like 30 seconds later. I tried to fix it, I just couldn't. I think after the fact I figured out what I could have done, but it was too late. I already uploaded it. I'm like, screw it. Uh-oh.
This isn't...
Jesse, hold still.
But not all.
Yeah.
Not all.
What are they...
Because you
Like,
see,
And the
I'm trying to
liquid
think...
cocaine fixed me right up.
Sometimes serious.
Look at this guy. Herbert West, Reanimator.
The only thing that helps you when you're on LSD is heroin.
And necromancy.
Necromancy.
A known cure for LSD.
I'm not going to lie. Heroin and Necromancy is a great name for an album.
Some call it an afterflash.
Not a band,
And it's not fun at all.
but an album.
Pat Boone's next heavy metal album.
Practically impossible to trace me inside the body.
He did not one, but
So now
two of
even the
those.
coroner knows
Oh, yeah.
how to tell whether or not I was part of this scene.
And Christopher Lee did a heavy metal album.
Themselves. until he
Which I'm sure is friggin' amazing. I have to listen to it. Can you imagine his voice on like a heavy metal song? That's crazy.
Who did?
Christopher Lee.
Oh, like, oh, wow.
Wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
And he was like 90 when they recorded it.
And crisis counselors work in shifts.
But he was a badass. He did all kinds of stuff.
Calm and guide those who panicked.
Pat Boone's was In a Metal Mood was the one album. I didn't know he did two.
I thought there was two. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe I'm wishing there was two.
Well, it's In a Metal Mood, no Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh, okay.
So it's two names.
Oh, it's a double album?
No, it's just, I think the album just has two names.
Oh, okay.
Weird.
It was so bad they had to give it two different names.
Did that serve to frighten you even more?
Idiot control now.
Somehow I was being twisted out of shape.
I was like a pretzel man.
And that I was somehow not a human being.
And then I became Peyton Manning.
By the way, is it just me or does this guy seem like he's like from 1994? Like
some sort of freak.
It sent me back in time to the stupid 60s movie.
Then I went to a Pearl Jam show, and then I dropped acid.
Neuropsychiatric centers. Like this one.
Oh, the Neuropsychiatric Center.
I'm going to throw this out there. And I want to put this out there to all America.
Yes.
Like, grunge ruined drugs for everybody.
Huh.
Because
not for her. Look, she's doing great.
This is, well, I'm telling you, she's not at a grunge concert. Because...
Yeah, but does she know that?
Pre-grunge, you could go to a concert and you would see, like paper-mache monsters fighting each other and spitting flame.
Yeah.
And that's when you want to be on acid. Not when a guy in a flannel is like whining on stage. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah. This cylinder is my only friend.
What I've done. You looked a little frightening to us, and we want to help you. One of the things that we
what if I eat my hair?
Before we talk is to
there's a term for that. Copacabana.
Copacabana. At the Copacabana. Woo. Lola was a dancer. Woo. I don't know how. I know a little bit of the song. That's all I know.
I know the Star Wars Cantina version.
Oh.
At the Star Wars Cantina.
Nice.
Yeah.
Was that on like Muppet Show or something?
I think it's the Richard Cheese original.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, all these dead people were on LSD, and then they died.
And the dead cube apparently died too.
Yes.
Is this Hellraiser? I think we're watching Hellraiser.
the origin story of Hellraiser.
I have such sights to show you.
Or maybe Candyman.
And Livor is present over the dorsal aspects of the body.
Uh-huh.
So I'm depressed.
Oh, I forgot to hit record. I gotta start over.
Misused and abused by those who know so little about me.
Uh-huh.
Good trips with me.
Yeah, man, I'm tripping.
Expanding insights about oneself.
You know what we should do is fly a P-47 Thunderbolt.
For some people,
I've got just the video for you.
And I can be.
Now, how badly would you? What kind of a bad trip would it be if you dropped acid and then watched the P-47 video?
I feel like it would just be boring. I feel like you'd just find other things to do.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing going on in the movie, so like, I don't feel like you'd react to anything.
It like turns up your focus on whatever your brain is, wherever your brain is. So like
that.
Yeah, that's
awful.
Oddball. Is that like, who's that guy?
Nope. Again, Dungeons and Dragons, guys.
He's the high priest of LSD.
There you go.
He walks around San Francisco in that outfit. He wanders up and out Haight-Ashbury in that outfit. No one bats an eye.
I'm going to see Star Trek The Motion Picture later. Who's with me?
Yeah. Or no, the Voyage Home. That's where they were in San Francisco.
Oh, that's true.
Do you know I had an opportunity to be an extra in that movie?
Really?
Yeah, they filmed the aquarium sequences in Monterey where I was growing up, and I was 16, I think, when the movie was being shot, and they're like, "Oh, come down and be an extra in the movie." I'm like, "Nah, it's lame."
Oh man, that's.
I could have theoretically been on it for screen for 1 second or two.
So you know the bus scene with the punk?
Yeah.
So that guy who played the punk wrote that song. He was one of the staff. He wrote and recorded that song, the "I Hate You."
Oh yeah.
Recently on Picard, they ended up back in time in San Francisco.
Oh, and they ran into him or something?
And they ran into that guy.
Oh, okay.
And he was listening to a different song, but it was the same guy playing it.
Oh.
and he like, they're like, "Can you turn that down?" He's like, yeah, sure.
Oh, they didn't do the Vulcan nerve pinch on him?
No.
All right.
But I love the fact, I love that callback. I love a callback.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like most modern shows are doing stuff like that. Like, if they're based on an existing property, like, they like to have those little Easter eggs. Like, they're intentional now. I mean, more intentional than they were before.
Well, give this dude a paycheck, you know?
Or exactly, yeah.
Like why not? You know?
Well, isn't he like a crew member or something? Or he was a crew member?
He was a crew guy and stuff like that. I think also there's something like he had to get paid for every time that movie was played because he wrote a song in it. Yeah.
Yep.
There's I went down a deep dive with that. That was way more interesting in, than acid talking about itself.
Yeah. The answer, my friend, is blowing in the wind. I'm LSD.
The answer blows, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now we're back to Leo.
About to take a trip. And his trip is just now.
What was the movie where he was like a tourist and he got embroiled in that kind of weird
The Beach.
human trafficking? Yeah, The Beach.
Yeah. I was just thinking of that movie. The Beach.
I must be telekinetic.
This is Son of the Beach.
Son of the Beach.
Well, the direction and force
Oh,
of
man.
explosion among his 12 billion brain cells is absolutely
he just lost a few.
Yeah.
We just lost a few. From watching this.
Listen, here's my thought. The brain cells that survive, they're the tough ones. They're the ones I want.
Yeah, that's true. Man, I'm going to have to really tear through this whiskey. We got a minute and a half left. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it.
Yeah, you might not.
Yeah. I still got I'll say a finger and a half of whiskey left. I don't think I can drink that in a minute. I mean, I could. It wouldn't be a good idea.
This dude's eyebrows are something to behold, too.
See, if you saw those eyebrows and you were on acid,
I'd be
probably think they were eating his face.
I feel like, yeah, like...
When he actually gets there, he may be terrified by what he
Holy
sees.
shit, man.
But that's his problem,
I got all blurry.
not mine.
Maybe he has sudden onset glaucoma.
Well, you can get a weed card for that.
Yeah. And now the movie Heavy Metal starts. Oh. I wish. Dr. David Parker, you did it. What a bang-up job.
I gotta say,
Yeah.
this music is banging, though. Like, I dig it.
Leon Lessinger.
We wish to express our thanks to the following organizations who assisted in the production.
Oh, San Mateo County. Okay, that's in San Francisco area.
Yeah.
Narcotics, San Francisco Police. Yep. Coroner, gotcha. St. Mary's, sure. Macaulay, yeah. Neuropsychiatric Institute. I feel like that'd be a good place to go.
By Jonathan
song.
King.
Who is that?
Probably just some studio musician.
Jabron. All right.
That's
So
it.
that was, how to fly the P-57 Thunderbolt and LSD-25. What'd you think, Jesse?
I feel it's kind of violated a little bit. Like,
You feel called out?
well, a little bit. Listen, there's never going to be a video about drugs that is going to show you what it's like to be on drugs.
Right.
Listen, I did acid. I dropped acid once, and I freaked out and fell asleep like not even 5 minutes later. like it was, and it didn't mess me up for the rest of my life. And I've learned since then, like, oh, there are better ways to like do this thing and safer ways to do it and stuff like that.
But you may have lost brain cells, which I'm sure that we did watching these two shorts.
I 100% believe that we probably lost more brain cells. Well, one of the things, and I'm not going to get up on a soapbox or anything, but like,
or a soapbox derby.
One of the issues that these PSAs always have is that like they're just like, don't do this thing, and it's like there's ways that you can find that are safer, and kids are fucking idiots. I know I've sworn a bunch of times already, so
who fucking cares?
All right, cool.
At this point,
they're gonna do the shit.
I'll drink to that.
They're gonna do whatever. Like, you tell them not to do a thing, and they're gonna do it. And so like finding safer ways to engage in stuff. They're not gonna care if you're like, here's how you safely, get drunk the first time. They're going to be like, well, maybe I don't want to do it, half the time.
Well, the one thing I will say about this and this particular genre of these shorts is that the time period where these kinds of drugs and also kind of random sex that people were having was all at this confluence of the traditional culture feeling like they were being assaulted by these counterculture folks. And so these shorts are all in reaction to things that were happening, but they were all produced by the people in authority.
Yeah.
So they're always going to be slanted from that angle.
Yeah.
So any of these shorts you watch are always going to be, all these things are bad and don't ever do them and say no and all that stuff, because that was the way these people were brought up. Like Nancy Reagan and her Just Say No, right? That was a same line of thinking as these kind of movies, right? So, so. All right, well, that was enough of that.
Let's come off the soapbox a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna ride off into the sunset on our soapbox racers. I'm
gonna fly off in my P-40. I already forgot the name of the fucking plane.
Sure, it's the Thunderbolt. Yeah. Well, you have to pick which configuration you want because there's multiple.
Well, the Fisher-Price configuration. Thank you very much.
Excellent. All right, so So I want to thank Jesse for joining us on this episode of Two Drunk Guys Watch.
Yes. Oh, I want to plug my podcast.
Oh yeah.
Confusion is my superpower. Is my podcast.
Indeed.
And also on that same stream, I have Marvel is my other superpower, where I talk about running the Marvel role playing game, the new one.
All right. And where can they look these up?
They can look them up really anywhere you can find podcasts, because the stream just goes everywhere. They're off of Spotify, but you can look them up anywhere.
Sounds good. All right, that will work, and we will see you next time. Until next time, keep things interesting.